driving on my way to church, and I said I was gonna like do this video later, but I really wanted to like put it out there because I'm really anxious to do it. So yesterday I had spent my Saturday at the laundromat, and while my clothes were washing, I just said, hey, let me just, look on Facebook. And, of course, Facebook has, all kinds of videos and shit for you to look at to beat your time through. And while I was looking on Facebook, you know how you scroll down, you see like a random video coming from, some kind of page or whatever. I came across this video of this stepmom and two of her stepsons, and they were arguing. They were arguing about the idea that the stepson had brought a female, I guess one of his girlfriends, over the house, and she wasn't really, having that. She was saying that, it was very rude, it was very disrespectful that he would actually bring a woman into the house.
Back up from my personal space. You're coming towards me. I'm not taking a step towards you. Watch your shit, little boy. I'm not scared of you, and you are not going to scare me with your shenanigans, okay? Little boys like you, please.
Amari's right here. She's mad because a girl wanted to take a quick shower.
No, why is your girl bathing here? Who knows where the fuck she came from? Why is she bathing here? That's not your girlfriend. You've had like 30,000 bitches with all them condoms in here. You bring a different girl in here every day. No one wants your diseases in their house.
Knock you the fuck out, bro.
Listen.
And the stepson actually looks like the oldest kid is like in her face, calling her a bitch, calling her, you ain't gonna do shit, and all that kind of shit that he talking about, acting like he's all man and all that kind of stuff, even though he's just a kid. And the other son is just having the time of his life, just sitting behind the camera, videotaping it.
She's fucking you up. Oh, shit! Call everybody! Call everybody!
And it looked like it's so drastic, but the one thing that was just so scary about it was the idea that the stepmom, she seemed like she was so scared, for that matter. She seemed like she was so scared that she had a knife in her hands, and each time that he would jump at her, she would just raise her knife saying like, get the fuck back, get away from me,
Stop threatening me, because one phone call, little boy.
Bro, make that fucking
get away from me. Make that fucking.
And one thing I can say about that video is that doesn't make any sense. I'm like, first of all, I'm just completely speechless right now, because I looked at it yesterday. I actually looked at it this morning, and I see like one or two videos. I needed total 2 videos of people's thoughts, what they thought about, looking at this video and what they thought about it. And I said, you know what? I should just put my opinion out there, because it made me like so fucking mad to see actually a woman going through with that, much less a stepmom. Because I know about every time when you're like a step parent, especially if you marry to you marry to a man, you marry to a woman with children, you got twice of that responsibility, considering the fact that they're not technically your own children, they're your children from the previous parent, they're children from previous relationships, and you gotta go through all that shit of trying to tone them down, whether they're boys or whether they're girls. And at the same time, on the child's part, they just feel like, okay, they don't need to give you any respect, for that matter. They just feel like, okay, they could disrespect you any kind of way because you're not their mama and you're not their daddy. In her defense, what I feel like she could have done is she shouldn't even have to go through that bullshit. She feel like her life is threatened and she had that knife in her hand, what she should have done, the first thing she should have done is just call the fucking cops and had their asses arrested. Because they can pull a child out of the house, especially if you feel like you're being threatened. And I guess the way how the boy is like handling himself, the one that's all up in her face, the one that feel like he's some kind of man or whatever the fuck he's supposed to be, which he ain't a man, he's a damn child. He feel like he don't have to give her no respect. And the shit doesn't even make no damn sense, because for one, it is rude and it's very disrespectful to actually bring any kind of person in the house when you're living with your folks, because they're the ones that, of course, are paying all the bills. They're the ones that are basically in charge of the house. It's not like you have your own apartment and you can bring every Tom, Dick, and Harry, Mary, Sue, and Sally, whatever the fuck, in there, and you don't have to say nothing. Because I kind of took that point, because I'm 27, and yes, I'm still living with my folks. And yeah, I'm at the process right now on trying to get my own apartment, because I know that I can't just typically bring people over my house, because I have respect. See, my mother raised me from respect. And I know I'm not the only one that, feels the same way. The only time I would actually bring people over was only if they're like they're not in the house at all. Like, they don't even know about it. Like the situation where I had made a previous video about, I had this guy over at my house, but as you can see at the time, my mother was at work and her husband was at work, which is my stepfather. So I try, I give them 100 full respect, because I understand that, me coming from being like 27. His motherfucking case, he looks like he's some kind of like a 15-year-old and thinking that he's a man, like one of these 15-year-old boys that I hear about that grew up in the hood, that grew up in a harsh, nasty lifestyle, that didn't have a mom to whip his ass every time he made a mistake. So he think he's some kind of man. And I've seen males like that, and I see females like that as well. I work with females that are like that just thinking, okay, they're like 5 or 6, 2 to 6 years younger than me, thinking that there's some kind of woman and think they can tell me shit. I'm like, bitch, please, you can't tell me a motherfucking thing. But overall, that video doesn't make no fucking sense, to be real. But that would be like the first thing that I would have done, is just call the fucking cops. He's hot on me than a motherfucker. Call the fucking cops. I wouldn't even waste my time waving no knife in their hand. And I guess the big question of that video is like, where the fuck is the daddy? I mean, does the daddy give a fuck about what the stepmom is going through? I mean, he married her, so he should have like some sort of like had some balls, literally, to put them boys in check and go like, you know what, you're not gonna give my wife, a motherfucking hard time, because I married her, your stepmom, and you show her the utmost respect, like you show your daddy respect. You don't need to get up in her face like that. And she has every right to feel, very disrespected, because he's bringing a random female in the house to take a shower in their bathroom. And I don't know how many bathrooms they have in their house, but I kind of understand that, you bringing any random girl up in there, and yes, diseases is not a fucking joke. I mean, nobody don't want to take a shower, when someone has, like, for example, a skin disease, and you're getting up in there, and then, that's uttermost disrespectful. I don't care if anybody wanted to make, nasty comments about what I'm saying, but it's the utmost truth, and I understand what the part that she's coming from. I don't take that for credit about what they're doing, the stepsons, because they're fucking children. They don't know what the fuck that they're talking about. They think that they're man, and you know what? Boys mature slower than girls, okay? They need to really open the fucking book. You thinking that you're a man, you have no idea what the world is about. And yeah, so the video is fucking ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, so I just want to put that out there, put my thoughts out there about that stupid shit, because that doesn't even make no sense. I hope that, they can come up with some kind of solution, that she could come up with some kind of solution. For her being a woman, a woman don't need to, like, put up with that shit, for real. And much less a not about to, you know, let some pissy ass kids, you know, get up in your face or nothing like that. And you know what, like she should have done, she should have just called the fucking cops on, because, you know, at the end of the day, they're not her kids, you know. She taking her time, you know, trying to, you know, tell them the do's and don'ts, trying to be a mom, and them little ungrateful asses ain't even appreciate it. You should take it or leave it and stop being fucking ungrateful, little pissy ass brats. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this up. My phone is getting, oh my god, my phone is getting so hot right now. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but if you guys have any questions, any thoughts about this video, about my video, you can comment down in the links below. Also, I'm going to try to see if I can actually copy the link and put it before or on this video. If I'm not unable to do it, I'll put it in the description for those of you that have not had a chance to see the video. And other than that, you know, I'm heading on to church, and I thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you guys for actually riding